Well, there it is, my 3.0 Lectric. I have a 2.0, and I'm extremely disappointed with this 3.0. I'm 66 years old, and I don't ride this bike hard. I pedal along with it. Today I rode it for an hour there, and I got 20 miles on it. I fully charged this bike before I took it for a ride. I guess I went for 12 miles today. It's down to 44.4 volts after sitting here for I don't know, maybe 5 minutes since I've been home. But when you get on this bike and you try and take it for a ride and you have this thing on pedal assist 1, this bike hasn't got enough power to get out of its own way. I can give this full throttle, and even when it's fully charged, it barely moves. I got my feet off the ground here. Let me show you. I don't know what Lectric did to this 3.0, but my 2.0 will run circles around this bike. I talked to Lectric about this, and you have to bump it up to level 3 here before you can get full throttle. And even at that, my feet are off the ground and this thing barely takes off. Here, I can hold it back. It's full throttle. It's a dog. It's extremely disappointing for a bike that used to do donuts. I got 32 miles on my test drive on my 2.0 on one charge. I fully charged this bike and have ridden it twice, and I've ridden it only 20 miles. I'd be lucky to get another 4 or 5 miles with the amount of voltage that's left in this. If you're not prepared to go uphill, you gotta throttle this thing up and get it in level 5 to get it up a hill if you see one coming. Otherwise, it won't make it. This motor is definitely quieter. This bike rides better than a 2.0. It stops better than the 2.0. But it has nowhere near the power of a 2.0. I personally am very disappointed in this 3.0 bike. I wish they would take it back. Sure, it's fun to ride once you get out there and you're moving along about 15. But if you expect to teach somebody how to ride this bike and put it in level 1 and expect them to take off with the throttle, they better have a pretty good balance, because this bike creeps in level 1. It's extremely disappointing. Yeah, that big new light up front doesn't make it a whole lot better. The forks, yes, it rides definitely better than the 2.0. Distance, it hasn't got the distance. Yeah, obviously, they've tuned this motor down as far as they possibly can so that it will get a little bit further on a charge. But I wouldn't recommend this bike. If you have an opportunity to buy a 2.0 used, I'd buy a 2.0 before I would buy this 3.0 again. I'm sorry that I feel this way for Lectric, because I've put countless amounts of people in the seat of my 2.0 and let them ride it. I was extremely happy with my 2.0. I had to leave it in Florida. I didn't have a way to get it back home, so I bought myself this 3.0 here thinking it'd be a great bike because it's got more power, bigger motor, all the things they say about it. Well, it surely does have more travel up front, and it definitely rides smoother. The brakes don't grind like the 2.0, but my 2.0 still will stop on a dime. I just wanted to get this video out there and let other 3.0 buyers know that I guess if you didn't know about the 2.0 and how powerful it was and what a great bike it really is, you might not know what a dog this 3.0 really is. But this thing is a dog compared to a 2.0. They detuned this motor and detuned level 1 and 2 so far that they've certainly taken the fun out of this for somebody that wants to have fun with it. Each to their own, but I'm 66 and I enjoy a little bit more power and still have a lot of fun. But if you haven't got this thing on level 5, you can't hardly get the throttle to get going. Extremely disappointing. Well, I hope that this helps some of you 3.0 people decide. If you're older and you don't mind taking off extremely slow and all the things they've downgraded in this motor and power, then maybe this bike's for you. But I don't think I'm going to keep this much longer. I probably will end up looking for a used 2.0 because this just isn't up to par. Sorry, Lectric. You detuned this bike too far, in my opinion.